Hi, I'm Biz Cush, a life coach and therapist, and your host here on the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. We're talking to women all over the world who found their way back to themselves, to their inner knowing, to their intuition, to their wisest self. We're exploring how to feel alive, authentic, engaged, and fully present in your life. Let's awaken your wise woman. Hi, and welcome back to the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. I'm Biz Cush, and I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited that it's the holiday season. There are things that I love about the holidays, things that are hard about the holidays. Just getting through as I record this, just on the other side of hosting Thanksgiving. And as much as I love gathering, I love being the hostess, I love hosting, I love thinking about the preparation of the food, setting the table, enjoying a wonderful meal with people that I love. It's a lot of work. And I tend to be the kind of person who I have a hard time asking for help or even knowing when I need help. I tend to just say, I'm good, I'm fine, I can get this done. And sometimes I think in my mind, I'm feeling as if it's just easier for me to do it instead of asking for help. And that can lead to me feeling burned out and exhausted and I wouldn't say resentful these days because I'm much better at really speaking up when I do need help. But sometimes I get frustrated because it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And this episode will air right before Christmas, which is another big holiday for many people. Hanukkah as well coming up, as well as Kwanzaa. I'm sure there are other holidays that I am not mentioning, but the holiday season for many of us is here in full force, and it can be a hard time, especially if family relations are difficult or you just don't like the holidays. You don't celebrate. You don't like all the hubbub and music. And if that's not your thing, they can be a lot. They can be a lot. I know that I said that I would share a meditation about 2023 and envisioning what you want to bring into the next year. But because this is going to air right around the holiday craziness, I decided to just do a grounding meditation instead. I am going to lead you in a guided meditation to just allow you to come back to yourself, be present in the moment, hopefully reduce stress if that's what you're feeling, or maybe just allow you to feel more grounded. But before I get to that, just want to mention that if you want to know more about coaching with me, you can sign up for my newsletter. You can go to my website, first and foremost, elizabethcushcoaching.com. I will be doing a little bit more work on that because I'm recognizing that my heart is working with other helpers, healers, and intuitives to reduce burnout, and especially if they're questioning their career choices, I want to help them, you, feel more energized and aligned in your work and your life. And so I will be working on my offers and website copy a little bit more around that. So you can sign up for the newsletter, elizabethcushcoaching.com/sign up, or you can go to the website and find the form there. You get a free journal when you sign up, which is a pretty cool thing. I just put that together recently, and I think it's a beautiful offering, and I hope you'll sign up. And you can stay tuned to the end of this episode to find out what's coming up next on the podcast in the new year. as I said, that, the holidays for me, I can tend to overdo. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always planning and strategizing and trying to stay organized with lists and more lists. So it's always good for me to come back to myself, check in with my body, my breath, with what's happening in the moment, to just allow me to feel more settled and grounded inside. And I hope that this meditation will help you feel that way too. There will be some silent moments where I am just allowing you to connect with whatever that guided piece is. And know that the goal here is not to disconnect from your thoughts or completely empty your mind, because honestly, I don't think that's possible. We are human after all, and our brain likes to work. It likes to be thinking and planning and worrying and doing all the things that it does best. And we can help bring it back to the present moment to help us feel more grounded and here and aligned internally. So that's the hope. That's the goal. Not bliss, not any great shift or change, but just a sense of where you are in this moment and being okay with that. So to begin, find yourself a comfortable seated position. You could also lay down on the floor if that's comfortable for you, supporting your body however you need to. But if you're seated, feet flat on the floor, hands in a comfortable position on your lap or beside you, closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. And taking a few slow, deep breaths, breathing in and exhaling fully. And another deep breath in, breathing all the way down into your belly. And as you exhale, trying to release any tension that you might have in your body, your neck, behind your eyes, your jaw, just allowing that tension to flow out with your breath. And one last deep breath in, filling the lungs and the chest and the belly. And exhaling fully, releasing the tension. And now allowing your breath to resume its natural rhythm. Not focusing too much on how you're breathing, just noticing that you are breathing. And we'll turn our attention to our bodies. And if it's helpful for you, just scanning from head to toe, or holding the whole body in your awareness, noticing any sensations or tension or discomfort or pain. And just noticing that with a gentle, kind, compassionate awareness, without trying to change or make it different, just noticing that it's there. And I'm going to give you a few minutes of quiet to just tune into your body for the next minute or so. And maybe your mind will wander. Maybe your thoughts will take you away. But each time that you notice that you've been taken away from paying attention to your body, being aware of your body, just bring it back to wherever you were, kindly, gently, and without judgment. And maybe you can notice the feeling of your feet on the floor, clothing touching your skin, the feeling of the chair or the ground beneath your back or your butt. Noticing whether there's tingling or numbness or softening. Whatever it is you're noticing, just allowing those things to be there. And as your mind takes you away to the worries or the thoughts, gently bringing it back to the sensations in your body. And I'm going to give you another minute to do that. And if you find that your mind just continues to distract you, that's okay. Just noticing that that's where you are today. And now we're going to shift our focus to the sounds around us. Just becoming aware of the sounds that are nearby, the sounds that are farther away. Maybe they are city sounds like traffic or fire engines, because that's what I hear in my space right now. Or maybe you hear people talking if you're in your office or at home and you hear people talking in another room, or a dog barking, or nature sounds like the wind or birds outside. Just allowing those sounds to flow over you, through you, in you, as they come and go in and out of your awareness. And again, as your mind wanders, which it probably will, just bringing it back to the sounds around you. And I'll give you another little moment or so to practice that. And again, if your mind is wandering away to your to-do list or worrying about tomorrow or what happened yesterday, just coming back to the sounds around you, nearby, far away, letting those sounds wash over you right here, right now. I know sometimes we can question whether we're meditating correctly or the right way, or we judge ourselves for our mind being distracted by thoughts and feelings and worries. But all of that is perfectly normal. That is just part of who we are as humans. So trying not to judge yourself too much if those thoughts or worries surface about meditating the right way. Just know that as you notice you've drifted off away from the sounds and you come back to the present moment and the sounds around you, that you're doing it right, that that's what it's all about, the noticing and the coming back. And now we're going to bring our attention back to our breath if that feels comfortable for you. If the breath doesn't feel comfortable for you to focus on, that is okay too. You can stay with the sounds or tuning into your body or any other sensory experience that's happening right now. But if it's okay with you to come back to the breath, just notice where you feel your breath coming in and leaving your body. Is it your chest rising and falling? Is it the coolness of the air as it enters your nose? Or the warmth of the air as it leaves your body? If it's hard for you to really focus on the breath or you don't feel it, you can place your hand on your belly or your chest to feel the rising and the falling of your hand as you take a breath in and release. And I'll give you another moment or two to be with your breath in this moment, coming back to the breath if your mind wanders. And as we close out this meditation, I'll have you take one last long, deep breath in and releasing that breath out. Wiggling your fingers and toes, gently moving your body, Opening your eyes if they were closed and reorienting yourself to the space around you. And as I said, that meditation really isn't about coming to this greater sense of peace altogether from one experience. For me, what I have found that meditation gives me an opportunity to spend time with my inner world, with myself, my body, my brain, my breath, in a quiet moment. It helps me to feel more aligned with myself, more comfortable with the different sensations that happen in my body all the time. But it also creates a neural pathway in your brain away from the worries, the thoughts, the to-do lists, to a space of now, what's happening now, here in the present moment. And to me, that practice helps me step away from the worry or notice the tension, notice the stress as it builds in my body, and gives me an opportunity to shift my attention, to come back to myself, to maybe take a few deep breaths. But it brings a greater awareness of me, myself. And that is the beauty of meditation from my point of view. There are so many great apps and free meditations out there that if this one didn't resonate with you, go on YouTube. You can find tons of free meditations on Insight Timer, including me. I have a few out there on Insight Timer. I particularly like the app. You do have to pay for it, but it's called mindfulness.com. But there's so many great resources for free meditations as well as paid apps that you can use to get you on a path to meditating if you would like to do it more often. And if you already do it, good for you, or yay you. I think it's a great way to support our inner world, our aligned presence. So next time on the podcast, we will be talking to Marjorie Turner Holman about her book, My Liturgy of Easy Walks. She shares her journey around what brought her to writing this book and what experiences in earlier life led her to really come to terms with some physical changes in her body that really created a space for her to find ways of bringing nature and walking back into her life. And it's a beautiful story, and I hope you will join us next time on the podcast. I look forward to connecting with you here. Take care of yourself. I hope you have a beautiful holiday, whatever that means for you. See you here next time on the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. Thanks for listening to the Awaken Your Wise Woman podcast. The information in this podcast is not a substitute for seeking help from a licensed mental health professional. Music by Andy Cush, sound editing by Laura Disler, and show notes by Kathy Cush. If you'd like more information about me, Biz Cush, and the resources shared today, go to awakenyourwisewoman.com.